One of the sweetest days of my life was when JJ came to me and said, I'm going to take you out shopping to Woodfield. And I hadn't been on a bus in 25, 30 years. And so I said, fine. Well, he knew where to get on the bus. He knew what bus to take. He knew what the fare was. He knew where to get off. But the best part was that when we got there, he showed me where the ladies' bathroom was, and then he said to me, real seriously, if you get lost, don't be afraid. He said, you come right back to this spot, to this store, and you wait, and no matter how long it takes, you wait here, and I will come and get you, and I will take you home, and you are not to be afraid. And it was just wonderful. He was so confident in what they had taught him.
For 50 years, Avenues to Independence has been about people. People who put aside old ideas about what is possible. And that has made all the difference.
Other people say, why is Avenues so different? I feel we're better because we've always put the needs of the clients first.
I think the clients are very special. They are beautiful people, and the people that work with Avenues are certainly as special with their efforts and hard work.
Avenues is a very important organization. It's such a worthy cause, and it keeps people busy, and they're proud of what they do.
I'm pumped up.
You're pumped up?
What I like about the Avenue, I meet a lot of different people, interesting people, and they seem to like me.
I just can't imagine what it would be like if there were no Avenues. It would be very, very difficult. That is our light at the end of the tunnel.
I thank Avenues from the bottom of my heart for Avenues. It's wonderful. Everything, the workshop, the home. I think it's just wonderful. And I thank God he's there.
How do you spell relief? Avenues, and that was how it seemed to us at that time.
Well, if it weren't for Avenues, Mary would
be divorced. We would.
My experience in my time with Avenues and NSAR, Northwest Suburban Aid to Retired, goes back to our church, the First United Methodist Church. When I remember the children having classes, there was not special education in the schools yet. So they had classes in our church. So that was my first experience, not ever realizing it would grow into Avenues to Independence.
This was a marvelous place for them to be and to be educated as much as they could. One of the greatest things that I found out about children with disabilities, with these kind of disabilities, and there were multiple disabilities too, was that when they're together, they have a marvelous sense of humor. They just kid each other and they have jokes going. It was just, I thought, really neat. It was not a depressing place to work. It was a neat place to work.
These were happy children. They've taught me patience. They've taught me how to love. The William Frederick School has been a springboard for these children as they get older to take one step up and then another step up, and finally they get to the Avenues where they are adults.
In those early days, it wasn't just about school. Coming to Avenues was about building esteem and enriching lives.
The best thing I liked about the shelter is the singing and the weaving. There's a big loom, and what you did, and you pull back and forth, back and forth, back and forth,
okay.
And I had to stoop over. That's where I get the backache from.
Yeah.
Avenues means more or less a normal or everyday opportunity for individuals with disabilities. One of the major benefits that Avenues provides is the opportunity for an individual to work.
I've been working at Avenue for 24 years. I do ball bearings and I do straws and caps and all kinds of things. I learned a lot in 24 years.
It makes me feel good that I can do something for somebody. I'd rather be doing something than sitting around the house doing nothing.
If I didn't have animals, I'll be with my parents then. I'll be boring all the time and lazy. And then I go guardian. If I have avenues, I'll be my own guardian.
I like working with Avenues, and it's a good company to work for. I get paid a lot of money when I do a lot of work for a lot of jobs, for a lot of people.
How's it going, Mark? Good. How you doing this morning?
Right.
My fondest moments are going through the workplace and seeing everybody. The same people keep coming up and saying hello and greeting you, and it's nice to be able to be a part of that whole situation.
Once the clients go through this job training in-house, they'll get to a level where they could go to the outside world and get a job at another company to be more independent. Stephen would be a perfect example where he's been in the program for, probably 20 years now, which has allowed him to go out to Boston Market and work part-time there.
And I want to let you know that everybody should be as excited as Steve and Cindy is to come to work. I mean, they're always happy to be here, big smiles. My customers absolutely adore them.
We're good businessmen and women, but we don't always understand the needs of the disabled. And the Avenues to Independence group has certainly filled that need for us. They do a great job.
Now, do you take these books and do you look inside of them to make
sure it's not wet?
Right, make sure it's not.
They've made a significant business contribution to our operations here, which has contributed to Canon's success in recycling the products and the accessories that are returned from our customers. They make a bottom line difference to us. Last year alone, they recycled product in excess of $5.2 million.
One of the most difficult things I believe that happened in this organization was building a home, a residence, such as we did, known as Clifton House, the first one, which took, I think, an effort of $500,000 to do at that time. But the challenge was that parents weren't willing, in many cases, to let go of these handicapped young people and older people. So it was quite an effort on the part of the staff and others who were involved to convince the parents that this is the way to go. And every effort was made to make sure that these people who were with us would not be left to stray in the streets when their parents were no longer with them.
I was very protective of Jay. The thought of him taking transportation by himself was unreal. What he would be able to do is very limited. Would have been very limited. It would have been a very miserable life for Jay. We just didn't have the know-how and the talent to teach everything that the Avenues was able to give him.
And like Eileen said, we're getting up in age, and it's just going to be comforting to know there's some place for him to go.
There's not too many adjectives that we can say how we feel about Avenues. We've been blessed with our experience with Clifton House because it has made him very independent and free from us. She doesn't rely on us for everything that she does.
And we looked in at other places besides Avenues, but I felt they were not set up to take care of. There is no doubt she is very, very happy here. Avenues. It was so long in coming. 27 and a half years that I know now what it must feel like for a young lady when she's going out with a fella for 10 years and he finally gives her a ring.
I used to live in a nursing home. I wasn't able to do too many things, so I came to Avenues. I wanted more freedom and independency.
Didn't have any independence is actually what it was. I just wanted more freedom, get out on my own. Home wasn't for me, I mean. I live at Chester House with 4 other guys, so I like it a lot. I mean, I like living here, I like working my job, I like everything here, I mean. If I didn't have Avenues, I wouldn't be able to live on my own. But thank God I have Avenues then.
The more I learned about him, the more important Avenues has become to the entire community of Park Ridge. The various facilities in our community are a true asset. Avenues is a presence in our community, and it's a great presence. They've not only been good neighbors, but they've been great neighbors.
I've always felt it was outstanding to have a community that had such caring and had such organizations, particularly Avenues and how they treat their clients. It makes me very happy to be part of it and to assist Avenues when I can and to point you out as a model to how you can do things in your own community.
This is my buddy. He takes care of me and I kid with him. And we have fun every time we come on Thursdays.
The continuity and the atmosphere and the fellowship of the board members and staff has been very, very unique, and I think it's been the reason why this organization in great part has succeeded.
Seeing many of our clients going to work and realizing that it's no small effort on their part to take public transportation and sometimes 2 or 3 connections, an hour, hour and a half to get to a job. To see our clients live, work, build, develop friendships in a local environment and to interact with those people and to see them have successful lives is an awesome thing.
I think there's not only an acceptance of the Avenues residents in Park Ridge, but there is an appreciation for their contribution. And they keep making that contribution every day.
Went to the local Jewel over here in Park Ridge, and lo and behold, I saw Clifton House residents working there, Clifton House residents shopping there. And I just mingled with them. I didn't tell them who I was, but I said, damn, this is good. This is good. They are members of society.
Happy 50! Yahoo!
Happy anniversary, Avenues, for 50 years.
Happy anniversary!
Happy 50th anniversary, Avenue!
Happy 50th anniversary!
Happy anniversary to you.